Hi, and welcome to Vtuber Talks with Acapelisa. I'm here with Haru. Welcome, Haru. How you doing?
Hi, happy to be here. Hi, everyone. I am Haru. Twitch.tv/Haru_Tachibana, blah, 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 blah. Hi, happy to be here.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about myself. All right. So, do you want the VTuber way or a little bit of my personal life?
How about a bit of both?
A bit of both, bit of both, bit of both. All right. So, a little bit about my personal life. I am actually a college student. I am trying to become a nurse and helping people out. My grandmother is a retired nurse, and I kind of thought it would be like my legacy to like pick up the bat where that went from there. But yeah, okay. Just a quick little thing about VTuber me. I'm Haru. I am a Torby cat, as you can see in the nice little the coat. Blah 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 blah. My favorite dessert would be a creme brulee. That's like an easy 100.
And how did you come up with the name Haru?
Oh, okay. So the thing is, when I was a little kid, my grandmother always used to tell me that I was a lot better of a person, like a little kid, like I was a lot better of a personality-wise after the winter, because I'm not really typically a fan of the winter. So like when the trees bloom and stuff like that, like I was always in like a much like brighter and happier mood. So and people that don't know, Haru is Japanese for spring.
Oh.
So that's where that came from.
Do you have a lore, and if so, could you tell us a little bit about it? Story time.
Story time. I haven't really gotten deep into it yet. I'm still kind of working on it, but so my character comes from a nice little secret place called Senshi.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it a lot more kind of like a traditional Japanese, like Oriental like style, cherry blossom trees, architecture, and stuff like that. But my mission is to go out and at least make one person smile every day, bringing a little bit more happiness to the world, one person at a time. Because you know what, I feel like at the end of the day, if I can make one person happy or smile, I think that's kind of like a goal achieved right there. That's part of like my mission. So I'm just a VTuber making my way through the world, trying to make one person happy at a time.
And what made you start streaming to begin with?
I think this is funny because I think you were part of this too. But good old VR chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good old VR chat. Wrapped up in that, spending hours and hours and hours in that. I ended up decided to say screw it, like I'm gonna stream one day. So got some buddies together, like Wander Serenity, ASB, a couple of other people, and I started streaming. Like I think my first one was like a Monster Hunter stream off of like my Xbox way back then.
Nice.
And so yeah, it kind of evolved from there, and more people just like decided to help me out. Like, hey, this is like how it should be. I got a webcam, but I didn't feel 100% right doing just straight up like webcam streams, like my face. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't say it kind of like felt wrong, but I guess I didn't feel 100% comfortable just showing my face off to the world. I guess not yet at least.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up you were the first one I went up to. I remember I was like, hey, like I need help making an avatar for like to be a VTuber. Can you give me a hand? But yeah, it kind of just evolved from there. It feels a lot more comfortable being able to not only put an extension of myself out there on the internet for the people to see, but also like it just like really warms my heart to just see so many people get behind me on that. And so that was kind of like my origin story, just seeing how like connected and easy it was for people of a community to come together and just say, hey, no matter what happens, we got your back. And so like I'm to this very moment, I'm still completely grateful, and I wholeheartedly I can't believe I'm actually here.
Roughly when did you start streaming, like timeline-wise?
Timeline-wise, I think it was about 2018 I actually started like streaming.
Good solid few years now.
Yeah, it's like people are like, hey, like I know like a lot of people have like the dedicated stream schedule, but since my life is so hectic lately, it's like hi, I'm Haru_Tachibana streaming some days.
I mean, but yeah, if it works, it works.
Exactly. So yeah, about 3 years now, roughly, give or take.
And how did you come up with your original character design?
So, as it all started in VR chat with my
Yeah.
friend group, I always donned the coconut avatar from Nekopara back then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I gotta give a little context to this. So one day, since I was rolling around in my coconut avatar, Serenity came up to me and just said, "Hi, like you're officially cat dad now." I'm like, "Okay, what's that mean? Like I'm your daughter?" And then all of a sudden, there's like 7 other like girls who say we are also your daughter. I'm like, "Wait a minute, what?"
Oh, wait, what happened? When did this happen?
When did I all of a sudden get so many kids? So it's kind of like evolved over there. Like now, like my like community is called the Den. So Cat Dad's Den. Yeah. So the origin story is that I actually, to maintain the Cat Dad persona, I took the cat ears, took a little bit of like how I look in real life, and also took the I forget his name, but the guy from Durara, the anime, who has the fuzzy like coat. That's exactly what this coat is. So kind of a little homage to that too. But yeah, that's where my origin story is from.
And who were the artists that worked on this model?
Oh, okay. So, I found out the hard way just how like expensive VTuber like commissions can go. So I actually started doing like a really deep dive into Etsy and other stuff like Fiverr and stuff like that. But my actual commissioner is Bita, Bitah on Etsy. She was so amazing. She asked me time and time again through each stage, like, because she was the one that did from sketch to rig. She did everything, and it was amazing.
That's really good.
But she consistently like was like in my messaging, like, hey, is this cool? Like, is this good? But yeah, no, Bita is official. In the VTuber like world, wouldn't she like be like my dad and mom? I think that's what like
I
the
guess.
whole like, yeah, right, because artists I think is like mom and like the rigger's dad, I think. I can't,
I don't know if it would depend on who. What if the artist was a dude and then the rigger was a girl? Would you flip it?
I don't know.
Would they still be dad, mom, and mom, dad?
Well, I officially am going to do more of a deep dive, so I'll get back to you on that one.
Do you have any preferences or restrictions on what art can be done of your character?
I would say like any fan art's cool. Like I'm always down with that. That's always awesome. I think my only restriction, more if like you were to like, I guess like to kind of take it towards like the NSFW side, I would be like, at least like talk to me first beforehand. But if someone just wants to make like a friendly, like a cool little like sketch, like I'm always down to see it. Like, like my whole thing is like I love to like promote artists. So if like I get like someone that commissions art from me, or I commission them for art, like I will promote the hell out of them. I'm like retweeting them on Twitter and stuff. But yeah, no, I'm completely cool with anyone doing like art sketches, anything. I'm cool with it. It's no problem. There's no looting. I'll come after you if you do that.
Ask first. Permission first.
Yes, please.
Don't ask for forgiveness. Ask for permission.
There will be death.
Do you think, or do your friends think, that your voice matches your model?
I mean, I think I've heard people say it looks pretty well, but like it's how it is. Like to me, to myself, I think I sound pretty good in person, but I like hear recordings of myself. I'm like, man, my voice sucks.
Aww.
I've heard before that it does, but you know me, like your own worst critic, I guess you would say. Like, I can't 100% see it there, but voice acting school 2023 coming soon. Stay tuned.
I guess kind of answered the next one, but it was, are you ever self-conscious hearing your voice back in VODs and videos?
Absolutely.
100%. All right. Do you play any characters on stream or emphasize specific parts of your personality?
That's an interesting question. I would say, yeah, cool, energetic, happy-go-lucky, I guess. Just always like hype, relax. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Like other characters, though, I don't think so. No, just me, myself, and I guess. Mostly, I can.
It's more just like emphasizing the positive parts. Or the
Yeah,
positivity kind of thing?
Oh yeah, you think I should like get like in like should I be like an edgelord, you know, get like the Sharn gone in one eye?
Just have a alternate one that's black and white with red eyes. That's for when you rage at a game.
Right? Just throw like the grayscale like
I'm
filter.
gonna get revenge.
Literally me anytime I play Dark Souls. Like,
Oh
oh, straight up.
Do it.
Hey, Elden Ring's coming soon. I gotta do that, right?
What makes you want to keep streaming to this very day?
I think it's a lot towards like I'll go back to it again. Like my whole thing is like, you know, just positive vibes. Like I've seen a lot growing up with friends and stuff like that, and being a person that's been on the receiving end of bullying. Like I know what it's like when you go home, like you're by yourself. Like you can go to a dark place. After getting out of that, like I just wanted to let people know that like I'm always here for them no matter what. Being able to continue to stream and seeing random people pop up, people that need a hand, and the friends that I make along the way, it makes you want to keep streaming, because being able to just talk to someone that lives in like Croatia or like New Zealand, Australia, Japan, it's cool. Like you just make these connections that make friendships like even more strong. Like my best friend, I actually met him on PlayStation a long time ago, and I was like, "Hey, like I'm pretty new to anime. Like I just got it. Like, the cool thing was like 6 years ago that happened, and we talk every single day. Like it's the most weird thing when I go like a day or two without talking to him, and like now I'm like we're talking like, hey, bro, like." You come up here, I'll go down there. We'll go to Japan together. We'll go to Europe together. Let's just do it. And it's just, I want to keep on streaming because I want, like I said, I want to be there for people, and I also want to form those connections that could lead to a deeper friendship. Because I don't think anyone should ever be alone. Should never ever have to go through something alone.
What do you hope to achieve during your VTubing career? What are your goals and aspirations?
Hololive Ian. No, I'm kidding. I guess so. One of my biggest thing was to hopefully get partner. That'd be cool. Become one of the partnered VTubers. Kind of like blaze my way through the waves. Hit one ball of yarn at a time. But I guess the thing was, I think it'd need a partner or at least get like a good sponsorship. That'd be cool. That way I can use that as a platform to kind of further my messages through the streams.
What is something that you have really enjoyed about being a VTuber?
I would say the one thing I've enjoyed the most with VTubing is being myself without having to worry about other people. I mean, like I low key always just sit here and I'm like, damn man, like I'm so weird. Like what's wrong with me? But I think it's good too because people like you said, people don't know what I look like really. Really easy to find out. I guess I don't intentionally try to hide it. Like it's just a thing for me. But I guess it's just nice knowing that. One, I can just be myself and just have a lot of fun with it. And two, I mean, I've had a lot of girls in my DMs like, hey, you're kind of cute. And I'm like, oh, thank you.
Have you actually? Or is that a joke?
Yeah, no, legit. I've like had a handful of people be like, you actually have a really cute avatar. And I'm like, ooh.
Oh my god. Wait, I thought you had a girlfriend.
I do have a girlfriend.
You better not be playing. Watching you.
How am I going to be playing? What should I be, like one of those cat boys and old dust saying I need to be a master or what?
Just flirting back, that's all. What is something, if there is something, that you would like to change within the VTuber community?
I mean, I'm going to be straight up horny.
Fair.
There's a lot of Rule 34 that you just randomly come across when you're like in VTuber like Discords.
Even on Twitter. Twitter now, I'm like, scroll.
Twitter, yo,
and
Twitter.
I'm like, get that out of my face.
Twitter's the new Tumblr, man. I swear.
No.
But in all seriousness, I would probably change the bad rap that some VTubers get. Like I know, like I've seen like things where like there's like VTuber like haters that just like go randomly like trying to like degrade everything like someone's built up for themselves. I'm like, man, just
Just
hop off.
is it just because they're a VTuber? Like no other premise?
No, yeah, just because you're literally a VTuber though, like there's like a hate group. It's like crazy.
Ugh.
But yeah, I would say horny, and then just like the like, I don't understand like
The negativity, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's nice though. It's kind of like how Final Fantasy is in the way that the positives outweigh the negatives for sure.
Do you have any special skills or talents?
I would say I could do karaoke, but that's like the queen here next to me is like the slayer of all karaoke, so I can't even try to go against that. So I'll knock myself out of the group before I even try.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
just sink away. No, come back.
Okay, fine.
I used to be a college football player. I used to for a short amount of time. I played in high school and stuff like that. So I'm very athletic. No, I'm not anymore. I'm not. I'll be straight up.
Used to be.
Used to be. But I actually know how to do archery. I can horseback ride. I can dirt bike, and I can ski really well.
And you say you're not athletic.
Every time I go down to Southern California in the summer, I go surfing, so that's pretty cool. I would say, well, I do have a knack for art. I can do a really mean stick figure. That's about it.
Oh no.
I mean, since I'm going into nursing school, I really know how to take care. Like, I have a vast knowledge of medicines and applications for survival techniques. So yeah, I could teach you how to make a tourniquet out of just like a piece of like you just rip your shirt easy. I know how to do that, no problem. Like in the movies, I can make a tourniquet out of that and some sticks. I can also make a splint out of just sticks and a couple pieces of fabric. Just shooting, archery, horseback riding, dirt biking. I guess those are some of my skills and talents. So far, when I become a nurse, I'll be like, well, I can do really mean IV drip.
You have nice veins.
Hey yo, can I see them veins real quick?
all my nurse friends, like back in Australia, they'd look at somebody and be like, damn, you have nice veins. I'm sorry, that was a weird comment.
That is the weirdest compliment I've ever seen. Like I've never heard of. Like
because they would have to do the IV, you know?
Oh yeah.
So they'd be like, damn, I would love to give you an IV.
It's just like heavy breathing. You're just like
because it would be so easy for them, you know? So easy to just, you know?
Hey yo.
That's like the biggest
veins?
That's the biggest compliment that a nurse can give you is you have really nice veins.
That is very true. That's true.
Because I mean, you know, you see people who you can barely find the veins of, so when you see one that's like popping, like damn. What are your favorite animals?
I think we all know this one.
Dogs.
I was actually gonna say dogs. So of course the kitters are number one. My favorite cat has to be though a Bengal tiger. Oh, those are the best kitters ever.
What got you into gaming to begin with?
Way back when. So I think I was about 5 at the time. My mother, she was coolest thing. My mom is actually a gamer. Like she was a gamer before me. So when I was a kid, she actually gave me her Super Nintendo, and I still have the thing. The quality of it isn't so great anymore, but it still works. So she actually gave it to me and all of her games. You know, have some fun with it. I'm like, okay, sure, why not? Popped in Final Fantasy 3, which is I guess 6 here in the US or something like that. But yeah, no, my very first game ever was a Final Fantasy game, and that will always be my number one because that's like the game that set me on my path to be game. And every time my dad gives me crap about being like, you play video games a lot, I'd be like, well, at least I'm not addicted to something else. But yeah, no, what started gaming was my mother. It's the coolest. It's cool too because whenever like old game like Spyro or Crash Bandicoot, I'll pop it in. My mom, I'll send her a picture of it, or if we're together, I'll be like, hey mom, you want to play? She has like that typical gamer rage when something doesn't go her way, she gets pissed, and I just I laugh so hard about that. But yeah, no, my mom is the one that got me into gaming.
What genre of games or specific games are your favorites to play now?
I'm really into, of course, action, but I'm more or less into like the fantasy action adventure stuff right now. I got drug into Final Fantasy 14 online, and I've been thoroughly enjoying it. Like coming from like League of Legends, just to see like when you actually want to ask a question, people will actually like stop and help you instead of like just publicly flame you. It's pretty nice. I've also been playing like Sekiro, Dark Souls 3 because I'm a masochist at times and I have to hurt myself. But yeah, I would say my favorite is action, fantasy, all that kind of stuff. A good old shooter every now and then, like Battlefield. With the whole...
You've already said you watch anime, so what are your favorite ones?
All right, so I've actually been watching a really cool one. Oh, if you haven't watched it, anyone that I know the bad rap with League, but if you haven't watched Arcane on Netflix, do it. It's amazing.
Read.
But let me tell you about Sword Art Online. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I've actually been watching one lately called The Faraway Paladin, and it is so good. But if I had an all-time favorite, it's kind of hard. It's like kind of hard to like put on someone. I would say Fate, but Fate's like a rabbit hole I would like not want to put anybody through. I love Gate, so I really enjoyed Faraway Paladin. That's good. Another one is called Claymore. Claymore is cool. It's like a female knights, like mutant knights. So kind of like think like The Witcher, but like kind of like a more like anime waifu type thing. I would say Attack on Titan. Like that was like the anime that got me into anime, so I always had to have respect for it. Full Metal. Okay, that's it right there. My favorite all time would have to be Full Metal Alchemist. That's like gold standard.
Do you have any hobbies other than watching anime outside of streaming?
Well, yeah, I go to San Diego Comic-Con every summer, so I like to go to conventions. Like, think this upcoming year, since you know all these tickets keep getting rolled around because of the virus, but
yeah,
I'm gonna be going to San Diego Comic-Con in July of this year, and also Crunchyroll Expo September. I like to actually work out. Like I go to the gym. That's like one thing. But there's one thing that's stuck with me since I stopped playing football is short hair and working out a lot. Like not a lot of people know this. I like working on cars a lot. I like working on cars a lot, and I do enjoy sightseeing and stargazing. Like I'm like the one class that I got like 120% in college was astronomy. That's like I think I got the extra credit points from my final presentation. I compared the planets in our solar system to planets in Star Wars. So I did like Pluto was Hoth and stuff like that. So, and I guess I got it right because my professor's like a really big Star Wars nerd. So I'm like, I think I got kudos for that.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I'm really big into herbs, like aquatic life and stargazing. Yeah.
When you're feeling low, unmotivated, or like you aren't where you want to be at in your career, what do you do to bring yourself up out of that and to motivate yourself?
Cry inconsolably.
Relatable. No, I'm kidding.
Honestly.
Cry yourself to sleep.
Curling up to a ball and letting me know, like asking myself it'll be all okay.
just let the emotions out kind of thing.
Exactly. So when I'm in a really low place, I try to like just because I caught myself in these moments a lot actually going through the school year because this is the most like the hardest school year I've ever been through. I can't like you know you always have those thoughts in the back of your head like you're gonna fail, like you're not gonna do right. I literally will just tell myself to like not like just like first off just channel those out. Don't listen to that.
Yeah.
Listen to some good inspirational music, like you know, playing some like those hype, like upbeat songs and getting to it. Like, but I think one thing that really helped me is just letting myself know that I wasn't okay. It's always the scariest thing is reaching out to someone and just saying, like, "Hey, man, I'm not in a good place right now. Like, can you give me some help?" Like, I told my friend that he's like, "Dude, like, it's like just stop for a second. Like, you're killing it right now. Like, you're doing amazing." But I would say having a friend is definitely like one of the things I really relied on the most is because they helped push me forward when I wanted to take a step back. And I could not be, as I told you, I literally passed all my classes in. I owe it to my family, my friends, including you, for pushing myself forward. And to anyone ever like watching this video, just at the end of the day, you're not alone, guys. if you ever need somebody, just reach out. Like honestly, if you come to me if you like need someone to talk to. I'm always here for everybody. You too, Lisa. But yeah, no, definitely friends and just getting over the fact that I was trying to tell myself I couldn't do it when I could actually do it.
Are there any hardships or hard lessons that you've learnt since becoming a VTuber?
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Like with different scenes and coming up with. So like the biggest thing that I've had my trouble with is networking. Like Jay, for example, he kills it with the networking.
Yeah.
I need to
see
like
comments everywhere, like all over Twitter, and I'm like, damn.
Like damn, this dude goes hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely the networking side because there's just so much people out there. Also, it takes time. And I realize now that there's not a lot of time with just day-to-day life, but that I want to see like that's the thing. Like I know like a lot of people say like oh like maintaining like a good like audience and stuff like that. I feel like if you worry about your audience, you're gonna fail. If you just do it for like yourself and like just to have fun, I feel like you're gonna succeed really well.
I think not necessarily a large portion, but a portion of the people join being like, my main goal is to become famous and to get all this money and blah, blah, blah. If that's what you're focusing on and you're focusing on, I need this many views, this much money, this much blah, 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 then that's when you're going to be really hard on yourself. And like a lot of those people end up quitting because they don't get there as fast as they want to.
I feel like if you treat it as a job, you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all the way.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you genuinely enjoy yourself and have fun with it, you're going to succeed.
Because you'll have that drive to keep going. Do you have any advice for somebody who is looking into becoming a content creator / VTuber?
My tip would be just have an open mind. Be open to changes. Be open to different ideas that come down the chain. Different like projects, I guess we'd say, like different layouts, different ideas, and just like I was saying earlier, just have fun. Like honestly, like I've had the most fun streaming as a VTuber I have had in my entire like streaming career. The one thing I've realized from watching people too is you could genuinely tell when people are having fun, like having like being like in like the place they want to be. And so I feel like it's important to say that having fun and don't be afraid to be yourself.
Yeah.
Because usually like is it just me or is it weird that like being weird is like the new cool where like 8 years ago you'd get beat up?
Yeah, at least on Twitch. Yeah, I mean that's the same with like gaming in general. It used to be like, oh, you play games, that's weird. Nerd.
Okay, like
and now it's
my
like,
sister.
Yo, let's play it. Woo.
Okay, yeah. The crazy thing, my sister being in high school, she walks up to me and like tells me all the time, like, oh yeah, these kids are talking about this anime. I'm like, y'all talk about anime in school? Like back in the day, like you'd get beat up for talking about that.
Yeah, and now it's like mainstream. I think also because it's just like it's very easy to watch now, whether it's through like Crunchyroll or even like Netflix has it on their front page these days now.
Dude, Netflix is going hard with the anime catalog.
What type of content do you produce?
I make AMVs on YouTube, so I have like a couple of those going right now. So that's it for the YouTube channel now, but I'm actually thinking about doing like a Twitch like compilation videos or like uploading some of my VODs every time like I get off stream. But usually it's just video game content. Like every year I also stream the anime awards in February, so which is pretty cool. I absolutely am super surprised because I think last time I streamed the anime awards, my community was like number 4 in the entire world. Like I was beating out like big time like anime YouTubers over it. But then it's because I have the best taste ever. But yeah, no, I just do mainly video games. Variety stream is what I'd call myself out because like, you know, some days I feel like I don't want to be like stuck as like a Call of Duty streamer or something like that. I want to like do a little bit of everything. So yeah, I'm a variety streamer.
Ending question. What are your socials for the ladies and gentlemen at home?
Twitter.com/Haru Tachibana 5 because someone decided to take Haru Tachibana before me. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Haru_Tachibana. And you can also find me on YouTube at Haru Tachibana. Reddit.com/Haru Tachibana. There we go.
This was Vtuber Talks with Acapelisa. Thank you, Haru, for joining me.
I am more than happy to be here, and thank you so much, everyone, for having me on the show. Thank you, Elisa, for being the host and having me on the show.
Pleasure.
I am scared beyond myself. I am going to go home and cry in console.
No.
Goodbye. No, but I just wanted to say, honestly, over the past couple years, we've become such good friends, and I wholeheartedly am grateful and thankful for you. And thank you so much for being a part of my life and helping me on my VTubing career. And also, if you have not, y'all better best be following and subscribing to Lisa. Yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on these videos. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like blushing and dying inside.
Don't worry, I will shamelessly plug you for yourself. It's great.
And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Yes, I'm scared.
Why are you scared?
I'm scared. There's a camera, and the cameraman's looking at me funny. Now I'm scared.
Oh. But the cameraman is an Amcrest webcam. Well, I don't know what yours is. That's mine.
Logitech, excuse me.
I'm sorry that I'm not as fancy as you. You can't see, but I'm sticking my pinky out.
Oh yes.
Mine's
honestly,
like
the path.
$40-$50.
Yeah, mine's like $70.
I have goals of one day being sponsored by like HelloFresh or like Blue Apron or something, and then Boxu would be nice.
I would so want to get like Snack Crate. That way I can get like free crates of snacks. That'd be the greatest.
And I like Boxu because it's. I'm cutting this out, so it's not sponsored. I like
just put like a censorship, like a censor blip over it.
Through the whole time. I like beep because
it's beep and beep. But what about beep?
Oh no. Oh,
you can put that in like a blooper reel at the end. We want a chance to be able to slide into a famous streamer's DMs. Join the waitlist. We'll see if we can get to you in about 5
Haru now. I mean, what?
I swear, if I get like blown up in like the next week, I'm gonna be like, why? Haru number 3322 on Discord.
Whoa.
Well, then again, all the people on your Discord know I'm in there, so.
True. No, you just get like messages from all of the dudes, be like, "Hey, baby."
Hey, baby, I'm like, wait, this is not what I asked for.